I am so happy that I finally got to tell you guys what's been going on. I don't know, just having that happen just really made me realize that everything happens for a reason. I will not be teaching kindergarten next year. Hi guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time since I uploaded anything, but I also know that I just uploaded something on Sunday, but that was in the works for like a month and a half. So I feel like in my head it doesn't count because I already knew I was going to upload that a long time ago. So basically what I'm trying to say is I know that I haven't uploaded any vlogs or any updates or anything like that. So this video is basically just going to be a life and professional update. So if you're interested, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so much has been happening and so much has happened since I uploaded my last vlog. I have been crazy busy and everything is pretty much changing, and everything's gonna be completely different after May 25th, which is insane to me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and sometimes I have like little panic attacks, but it is exciting and I am excited about it. Just kind of nervous about it, but overall excited. So let's go ahead and get into why I haven't been vlogging a lot. I kind of stopped vlogging when the whole Red for Ed movement started really gaining momentum, or started growing and then gaining momentum. And the reason for that is because I tried to get involved with it, but I also didn't want to get too involved with it because my district wasn't too supportive of it and I didn't want to get in trouble. So if you've been here for a while, then you know that I don't vlog during the day. I only vlog after contract hours. Contract hours for me are up at 2:45. The kids leave at 2 o'clock. So I have like 45 minutes in between when the kids leave and then when I can leave. So usually I do like some light like housekeeping stuff in the classroom and stuff like that, and then I'll vlog. When the Red for Ed movement started happening at 2:45ish, or actually after 2:45 I should say, is when we would have like meetings with like liaisons and stuff like that, and I would go to those meetings. Then after the meetings would be done, then I'd be tired and I would go home, so I wouldn't vlog. So that is a big reason why I didn't vlog this whole time. There was just really not much time to vlog, and I prefer vlogging in my classroom than at home because this is more of a teaching channel, so it wouldn't make sense to vlog at home. But yeah, I'm filming at home, so that is like the easy, short reason why I wasn't vlogging. But a lot more has been happening behind the scenes as well, so I will talk about that right now. So now we're jumping more into my personal life, which I don't really share on my channel, but I feel like I have to in order for the next things that I'm going to talk about to make sense. So here we go. So you may or may not know that I got engaged in December. I didn't really talk about it here on my channel, but I posted more about it on my Instagram. I feel like I share more of my personal life on Instagram than I do here, but maybe that will change in the future. It'll all make sense later, I promise. Just bear with me. So I got engaged to my longtime boyfriend. I think we had been together for 6.5 years then. We just had our 7th year anniversary in April, so we've been together for a long time. When I got engaged, a lot of you were asking me if I was gonna go ahead and do like a wedding series, like a wedding planning series and stuff like that. And to answer that real quick, I am not. And at the time, it's just because I didn't want to share my personal life here, but now it's just a different reason altogether, and that is because we decided to not have like a big wedding or a wedding at all. We don't really know what we're gonna do yet, but we're both very happy with this decision. We're still gonna get married obviously, but we're just not gonna do the big shebang with like the ceremony and the reception and stuff like that. So we decided to just do something very small. We're probably gonna do something like a courthouse wedding and then go ahead and go to like a really nice dinner afterwards, and then like an amazing honeymoon. Alex and I just really enjoy traveling more than anything, so we just rather make memories while traveling than making memories at a party. Does that make sense? I'm not saying that if you have a wedding then you suck. If having a wedding makes you happy, then that's awesome, but not having a wedding makes us happy, so that's awesome too. So yeah, we're gonna have a very, very small thing. We're probably only gonna invite like immediate family and stuff like that. I actually just bought my dress, which I'm really excited for. It's not technically a wedding dress, but it's a white dress that I feel like it's really me. I do have to get it altered and hemmed and stuff like that because I'm not that tall. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So instead of using like the thousands and thousands of dollars that it would take to pay for a wedding, we decided to go ahead and use that money towards buying a house. So around like March is when we really started, you know, taking this seriously, and we started looking at houses and like areas that we wanted to live in. you would have asked us back in like December or November where we wanted to live once we like got married and settled down, then we probably would have said we wanted to live in the area where I teach. That's a really nice community. We have some friends that live there, and we always kind of really liked that area. But at the same time, we really hadn't explored other options, so we decided to just kind of look around elsewhere while still keeping this particular area in mind. And we found another area that we like a lot more, and this area is also on the complete opposite side of this area right here, which means it's really far away from where I currently work right now. Back in March, I would have said, like, you know what, I don't care. I'll live in this area, but I'll still work in this area. I'll make the commute every day. It's fine. I'm okay with driving. I love podcasts, so it's a perfect time to listen to a podcast and stuff like that. So it was still very set that I would be at my school because I love that school. You guys know how much I love that school, and if you don't know, I'll tell you right now. I love that school so much. Everything about it, the environment, the teachers there, the admin there, the parents there, the kids there are amazing. Everything about it I just love so much. When I think about it, I want to cry. Everything about it is just amazing, and I've always raved about this school since I started working there, so I just love that school so much, which is why I was willing to make this long drive from this side of town to the other side of town. So March, we're looking for houses, we're taking this more seriously. I still want to work at this school. And then we have spring break in March. Spring break was not much of a break for me because I was working my second job, as I do for every single break. And honestly, I was feeling a little bit burnt out. Just a little bit. I felt like I needed a few days to just like, I felt like I needed a few days to just, I don't know, unwind and de-stress. But I honestly could not afford to have days like that, which is why I have been working every single break that we've had this school year. I've been working at my second job. And I don't like admitting this, and it took me a while to admit this. But I will say and be completely honest with you guys, because I feel like this is something that you should take into consideration when making a decision of whether or not you want to be a teacher. Like I said, I've been working a second job since I began teaching, which honestly I didn't think I would have to, but I quickly learned otherwise. You know, going from working part-time in college and like living paycheck to paycheck, but still having like that financial aid like helping you out was definitely manageable, especially for like just your college years. But I thought that once I had my big girl job, even though I know that teachers don't make that much money, I would be able to live comfortably on my own since it was just me anyway. But like I said, I quickly found out that was not the case. And that's taking into account that I don't pay like full rent. I split rent and stuff like that. So once I started having like more like grown-up bills, like a car payment, car insurance payment, electric, internet, phone, and all these things that I would not have to pay for when I was in college, really added up really quickly and really didn't get me out of my living paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And I'm still there, which is why I felt the need to work a second job. When people would ask me like, oh, why do you work a second job? I would just say that I didn't like not having anything to do, which is partly true. I don't like just having days and days to just not do anything. I like doing something, but I also really needed the money. So I try to hide this from my channel, and it was starting to peek through a little bit. I think in my last vlog that I posted where I said considering a third job, that's where my frustration started coming out a little bit more about my financial situation. I know it seems like it doesn't make sense, and I know it seems like I'm all over the place, but I promise it will all make sense in the end. So it's spring break now. I'm working my second job, feeling very tired, and I feel like I need a break. And I get a message from another teacher that works at a really great school that I worked at throughout college, and she tells me that she is considering taking a leadership position at another school and that I should apply for her position. I was still with the mindset that I love where I'm at. I wouldn't trade it for the world, so thank you but no thank you, which is basically what I told her. A couple of days later, my mentor teacher from student teaching also reached out to me and told me that there was a kinder position open at her school. You know, just consider it. And I was very tempted because I love that school as well, and I would love to be able to work with my mentor teacher again. But I told her the same thing, that I'm happy where I'm at and thanks but no thanks. Literally a few days later, I had a kindergarten teacher from the other school that I worked at in college. I'll start calling that school School A because it's gonna get confusing. So the kindergarten teacher from School A reached out to me as well, saying the same thing, that there was gonna be a position opening up pretty soon, or possibly opening up, and that she knows that I'm happy where I'm at, but that she just thought she'd let me know. And I told her the same thing, I'm happy where I'm at, thanks but no thanks. And then it probably was like a day later, my old boss also reached out to me from the same school, so from School A, telling me the same thing. I told her the same thing again, that I'm happy where I'm at, thanks but no thanks. And then probably a few days later, not even a week later, the principal from School A reached out to me, asking me to call her, so I did call her, and she told me that there was a possibility of having an opening for next school year, that she'd love to have me, and so on and so forth. Which I should mention, School A is a really small school. There's only one teacher per grade level, so having vacancies there is not very common. So the fact that they were just considering me for that opening was really like, made me feel good. With the whole Red for Ed movement and then also feeling discouraged about my financial situation, and also finding out that there is no raises at my school or my district, which I thought there was. I was under the impression that there was, but there wasn't. So then now I'm feeling more financially frustrated because I thought I was going to be making a little bit more money the next year, but there is no guarantee for that year to year. So I was feeling very frustrated. The principal at School A basically asked me, what would it take for you to come to the school? And I told her that it would, and I told her I'm really happy where I'm at. I'm teaching my dream grade level. But if I'm being completely honest with you, it would come down to pay and benefits. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm not going to get paid more next year, or I thought I wasn't. I'm going to be having a longer commute when we finally find a house in the opposite side of town. And so is it really going to be worth me staying here and stuff like that? I don't know. I was just so confused and so torn at this point. So then I had dinner with two friends that work at School A, and again, they're just trying to get me to consider their school at this point. So after discussing my options with people that I trust and whose opinions I value, I decided to just go ahead and submit an application. I figured it doesn't hurt to explore my options, and if I have any questions that are really like holding me back or not, then that's the perfect time for me to ask those questions. So I submitted an application literally at like 10:30 at night on a Wednesday, and then within seconds of me pressing submit, I got an email from the principal saying that she was so happy that she saw the application there, and she wanted to get me in for an interview that same week. So I went in for an interview, and it just felt so familiar because again, I hadn't been at this school for like 3 years. I ran into parents that I knew in the lobby, and it just felt really familiar. And the days leading up to my interview, I was thinking more about what would be more beneficial to me in the long run. Would driving longer be okay? Wouldn't, I don't know. Just I was literally making pro and con lists for both schools. And when it got to the day of my interview, I had already made a decision in my head. So I had decided that if they offered me the position, I would take it. They interviewed me, they offered me the position right after, and I took it. And honestly, it was a very bittersweet moment. I was excited. I am excited to be at this new school or old school because I've been there for a long time before, because I know everybody there. Everybody's a family there. But I was also very sad to be leaving my current school, and I am so very sad to be leaving my current school. One thing that I'm really sad about, and that was really kind of weighing on me, and it's still kind of weighing on me, but I'm getting over it, is that I will not be teaching kindergarten next year. So I let my principal know that I would not be coming back next year the very next day, and again, it was a very bittersweet moment. I let my students know that I'm not coming back next year last week, which was very sad because I love my students, I love my classroom, I love everything about it. But I am still very confident in my decision, and we actually just bought a house a lot closer to the new school I'll be at next year So it just kind of made sense for me to go because I don't know, yeah. So yeah, we bought a house and I'm super excited about it. We closed on June 18th. So then, I don't know, just having that happen just really made me realize that everything happens for a reason. So now you're probably wondering what grade I'll be teaching next year, and I will actually be teaching first grade next year, which I know is not that big of a difference between first grade and kindergarten, but in my head it is, and I am comfortable with teaching first grade because that's where I student taught. I don't know, I'm just excited. If I ever get the opportunity to teach kindergarten again, I'll take it in a heartbeat. But yeah, I'll be teaching first grade next year. I am so happy that I finally got to tell you guys what's been going on. So now it's just a matter of finishing up the school year. I also have to pack up my classroom, and I have to be out of my classroom by May 25th, which is crazy because the last day of school for students is the 24th, and the last day for teachers is the 25th, and I have to turn in my key the same day, and then my email is terminated and everything else is terminated. So I have very little time to kind of take out everything that I own for my classroom. So because of it, definitely expect some like classroom moving vlogs, and then there will also be vlogs over the summer of me setting up my new classroom. I'm really excited to see what I can do with this classroom. I know that this classroom I'm going to have for next year is going to be a lot smaller than what I have now, so I'm definitely going to have to get creative. Yeah, my camera's about to die, so I'm going to end the video here. If you have any other questions or things that I didn't address in this video, or things that were not clear in this video, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this like long break from YouTube, but I hope to be back for sure now. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you would like to see from me next. I do plan on filming a classroom tour of my current classroom before I leave, and of course I'm going to be vlogging my whole journey through that. So yeah, that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.